Welcome into the biscuit. We are live because I accidentally did this on YouTube Live. We didn't tell anybody, so there's probably no one watching. What's up, DJ Lewis?
Hey, if we're live, I just want to tell everybody who was fucking first off, everybody who was at Fruitsgiving, man, that was badass as shit, dude. We got to do that again come Christmas time. That was so much fun. It was so great seeing everybody. That made me feel so good.
Hell yeah.
I made me howl like a wolf. Made me howl like a wolf. Oh, like a little wolf. Oh, hair like a wolf. Oh, oh. You hear all
You
them?
got a wolf thing. You got a wolf thing going on, especially as your beard grows out. You got the salt and pepper situation, and you got your packs. You're basically like a dog. You got a wolf thing going on.
I've got a wolf thing going. Yeah, man, I got plenty of goat hair and goddamn dog hair and covered in all types of fun stuff.
Well, how's the goat?
The goat got polio, but it's not
Man, it's
polio
not
like
funny.
it. It's not.
It's
It's
not
not
funny, but when
polio.
you texted me the goat had polio, man, I was like, there's no disease that would have been fun. Goat AIDS would have been the only thing
Yeah,
funnier. If you just said the goat's got AIDS, that's the only thing that would have made me laugh harder than polio.
but it's not like fucking robot legs polio. It's just like rumen doesn't rumen doesn't ferment or something like cud pH balance gets off, and then they get like a stomach ache, and it's not anything Ryan.
I thought you said she was
Like,
going blind.
oh, she did go blind. She did go blind, but I didn't.
So
I
it
missed that
sounds.
one. That I missed that one. That was great, dude. You should. Yeah, I was just there for
Oh,
the
you mean you were gone?
doctor. Yeah, man, we were up in the annex. I was up in the annex, pulling like fixing it. We were working in there, and Dre had like a whole incident where, and like we were noticing that she was like, okay, first of all, as always, man, listen, we didn't want this. We didn't go out looking for this goat, nor do we know anything about goats, and I don't know what situation this goat would be in. If this goat would even be alive, if it would be better. She seems for the most part to be super happy. Like she lays on me and like she loves to cuddle and but like she has had like fucking seizures and fucking like crazy, like went blind and fucking
I
been a
mean, I
couple
don't
of times
think
where
that's
she's had
your
some like
fault.
I don't either, but it could be because dude, we don't be doing nothing but like feeding her like some sugary snacks and fucking bullshit, like fucking straight garbage. And she's like, "Or not be eating." We probably put her into like a diabetic coma at least twice, feeding her Nutrigrain bars, just popcorn and goddamn
We've got a few
butter is.
viewers. We've got a few viewers. What's up, Amy? Amy saying hi. Anyone listening and watching right now live, look up, can you give a goat polio? And then tell us in the comments if you can give a goat polio.
No,
You
it's
know
like a
what? Now I'm
stomach
going
thing. It's
back.
like Ruben acidophilus. It's something like along those lines, but it's not. They call it goat
Ruben
polio or
acidophilus.
encephalitis. Yeah, encephalitis, something of the brain, and then I go into like fucking blindness. Fucking-
So you got a blind goat that's having seizures, and it caught the polio.
yeah, yeah,
Dude, I
yeah, yeah.
I th- I think you should euthanize the goat. Like, I'm not trying to be heartless towards Nessie. I just feel like you're living in a bus. You got a lot going on. I don't know how hard it is on a goat to have seizures, blindness, and rheumatology, whatever you said. But someone's saying it has nothing to do with the human version of polio. That's Redbone
Right, it
Unincorporated.
does. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. It's got something to do with the rumen.
The
It's got that.
rumen.
Yeah, it's not
Okay,
like
well,
rad. Yeah, it's not like rad robot leg polio.
that's
It's
my
like
favorite Fleetwood Mac album. Um, I,
red
I
robot legs.
I just feel like you should try robot legs if it needs it, but whether it does or not, just
No,
get
well,
her
no,
some
dude,
robot legs.
but that's what we would have done. Dog, that's why the first thing I was like, oh man, she got polio. That means we got to make a wagon. She's got to have some sort of cool wagon. Like, dude, we could totally do that, dude. Like that, dude. I'll show you. Like, there's so much. Like, the bus is really just a barn. It's really just a barn with snacks in it, with Nutri-Grain bars in it. It's half hay, half Nutri-Grain bars, half macaroni, Kraft macaroni.
Yeah, man, you're the goat, man. Have
Totally to
we?
go, man.
God, dude, you've got to start a traveling version of the cult. Just fucking
Have a
riding
goat
around
cult.
in a bus with a goat, talking about rooming.
Yeah. Well, man, what do you think about this, man? You could go to some bitch city with like a big ass bus, right? You could probably like weld in like a super like a compartment to where like people are like, just like on the side of the street and be like, hey man, come holler at me about your animal. Like, what's up with your animal? Does it need a toe clip or something, man? Huh? What's up with them
Like
anal
a
sacks? You need
traveling
them things? You need maybe some
vet or a traveling animal clinic.
I'm not saying necessarily like that specifically, but I'm saying having that option on a bus. You could also sell tortillas. Hey, look, dude, you got a bus. What don't you got? The sky's the
I
limit.
think we should bring back snake oil. I think we should
Yeah.
travel around and sell wares, sell our wares like a peddler. We'll call it the peddler's pub. Um,
God, how
we'll
rad
give
would it
kids
be?
acid.
And then get also like you have that moment where like you come out on stage, you have this like rad song that's your buddy with a fucking accordion's fucking behind you. Got it dun 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 dun. Dun. Come buy my
Yeah,
wares. I got all kind of
yeah.
stuff. Heal your butt.
You ever seen Gorgo Bordello? I don't know if I'm saying it correctly.
Yeah,
Such a
my
rad live
mustache
show. They
alone.
basically just have like a fucking tent that they build everywhere they go, and they just have a fucking. I mean, they call it, and that's what they call, and they're them. They call it like a gypsy tent party.
There's no reason why we shouldn't be doing that and like crawling up into the trees and
Mm-hmm.
dude, imagine
We should
being up in
definitely
the
crawl into the trees.
redwoods. Dude, imagine being up in the redwoods and like throwing a big party in the canopy of the fucking redwoods up there with all the banana slugs and fucking weird fucking big ass. Oh, just up there in the canopy. You know, would that be rad?
Yeah, but I
The
think you
Ewok.
damage the canopy.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? Like if you had a big party up in the trees, you would end up killing the banana slugs.
God damn it. Then you'd hate yourself even more.
Yeah, even more than
But
you
man, I
already
don't know,
do.
man. It'd be rad. It would be fucking super rad to like fucking party in the Ewok village type. Man, dude, fuck, dude. I remember we used to when I lived up in Arcata. Though seriously, man,
Yeah.
you'd walk through the fucking redwoods, and dude, there would be people like living in the side of the trees and like shitting all in the woods down there, and it just did not hit in Arcata.
Nah, that sounds terrible. That sounds like a true Ewok village. That's Ewok slum village. That ain't it.
Yeah, living inside the trees and stuff, shitting all over the place, be like big old turds on the side of the ground. Did not hit, man. Bunch of mm-mm.
I could see living inside of a tree, but like I feel like I would have the both manners and just self preservation to walk somewhere to shit.
So my buddy, man, I had this friend who was homeless downtown in Atlanta for a long time, right? And like his whole thing about like, that type of thing was like having a hide behind. He talked about having to.
Whoa, I can't hear you. Folks listening on YouTube, let us know if DJ just cut out. I'll keep talking for just a moment. You were talking about your buddy being homeless in Atlanta. That's one of the numerous reasons I enjoy doing a podcast with you. And I don't want to say this like be flippant about that situation, but it is truly great to be a podcast partner with someone who like, yeah, I have a friend who used to be homeless, whereas, most people, they don't be having that. Jennifer says, yup. Okay, Jennifer, I'm so sorry. I forgot what I asked. Can you write out, I can hear DJ or I cannot hear DJ?
Can you hear me now? Because I got that thing now.
Yeah, we got you now.
All right, good. Yeah, so man, he would have to like keep a pizza box so he could shit in, and also like put his cigarettes out in, because you couldn't like let anybody know that you were like behind there, because they'd rob you and beat you up and take your crack and stuff. And then there was this dude named so man, like if you could do that, if you could live homeless and clean and like around your area, but just one pizza box, and that's worth like, if you're out camping in the redwoods, if you don't want to you just keep a pizza box with you, shit in it, put your cigarettes out in it if you need to. You don't have to put them out
but
sling
like,
them all over
how many
the cigarette
times a day
butts
you gotta shit? You gotta shit once or twice a day. Most people just like walk away.
It depends on how much crack you smoking.
Well, son, if you're living in a tree, you probably not be smoking crack. You're gonna get ate by a wolf.
Well, if you live in a tree, why not smoke crack? You know what I'm saying?
I can think.
Why are you smoking crack? If you live in a tree, why aren't you smoking crack?
I can think of 4 reasons off the top of my head. Not even thinking about it. 4 reasons off the bat. You're smoking crack, you're going to start a forest fire. You won't know how to deal with it because you're on crack. True. Number 2, none of the animals want to hang out with you because you're a stinky crackhead. The whole point of being out in the woods is that the animals want to hang out with you. Number 3, you have to go into the city to get the crack. There's no way to make crack out in the woods that I know of. You got to go into the city to get the crack. You got to leave it. That's the whole point of it. You're fucking it up. And then number 3, you don't want to be around your friends when you smoke crack unless they also smoke crack. I guess if you had a group crack situation in the woods.
Dude, I wonder if people, I don't know. This seems like it's all a mystery to me. So what have you been up to?
I want the Amish to hang out with crackheads. Let's make that show.
All right.
That didn't hit for you? You cut out again. There's no God. I don't think DJ's cutting out.
I heard that they did. I heard they did.
Hang out?
Smoke crack.
Oh, I know they did.
Like, don't they get a smoke crack book? Well, man, I don't know what they do, but I know that like I have a lot of questions, and yet like respect, like apparently they fucking kind of hit, man, and their butter hits, and a lot of shit they do hits.
Dude, their butter's flames. Are you kidding me? Their barns rule. Their buildings rule.
Dude, their barns rule. Yeah. I mean, like, how do they fucking just leave their fucking clothes out there to freeze?
That like I don't understand.
They be frozen. I don't get it neither, dude.
Like, because it's like it would never get dry. You bring it in, and the ice melts, and it gets damp again.
Insane.
Well, I'm driving across the country is what I'm doing. I'm close to Austin at this point. We will be there later today. When we left, we went to Palm Springs just to like have a day to chill by a pool or whatever. And then we headed across. We haven't done anything that rad. We're going to be doing rad stuff the next couple of days. I'm going to see Wynonna Judd on Wednesday. Tickets were like $40 a piece, and it's at Groon Hall. I don't know I think Wynonna's gearing up to like do a big tour. Groon Hall holds like 300 people. And she's doing, to be fair, she's doing like 7 or 8 shows there, but I just thought Wynonna Judd was way too big for Groon Hall, but maybe I'm just old. Like maybe nobody gives a shit about Wynonna Judd. The people who did died. But I'm pumped about that, dude. I want to see Wynonna Judd.
For sure, dude.
Are you a Judd fan? I shivered once. He broke into
Man.
my soul.
Man, I'm fucking dude, whatever fan. Like, I want to see people put on shows. I want to see. I want to go. Yes, I'm a Judd fan. If they're a fan, if they're like going out there and just like, I want to see Jefferson Starship, dude.
Dude, they're touring. I
Yeah.
think Andy was looking.
I saw that in Bristol or somewhere, dude. I saw that there, and I was like, God, yes, I want to see Jefferson Starship in Bristol.
It's Grace Slick. I thought, didn't she die? I stay killing people who.
I
ain't
thought
dead.
so. I don't know. I want to see Boston. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a big ass goddamn like 80s fucking REO Speedwagon. I want to see a lot of keyboards, a fucking bunch of horns.
Yeah.
A drum set.
I want to see Sly. Sly in the
Oh yeah. Yep.
Dude, Electric Light Orchestra. Are you kidding me, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I go nuts for that. Badfinger.
Oh, dude, yes.
Supertramp.
Yes, man. Dude, I would like to see any type of I would have liked to see the goddamn New Kids on the Block. I would have just liked to see them.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I think I would pass.
Man, what if is there any boy band that you would go see?
Not when they were super old, I don't think, because that's like the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, even me not being a fan of what they do, but respecting it, it's like, well, y'all have harmonies, which are cool, but you also have choreography and you do hip, cool stuff. Like when you're at your height, it just feels like, I don't think I want to watch old men dance around.
Yeah. But what, New Kids, weren't they like traveling with like fucking Night Ranger or something?
Now that I would definitely go check out. I didn't know that.
That's what I was saying. Like, wasn't it like a bill that was like, it was like Winger, fucking goddamn. I don't know. I'd go see Night Ranger and fucking and Winger and.
I go see Winger. Kids. What about Rat? Round and round.
Yeah. Round and round. Love will find a way, just give it time.
So one thing that I did on the trip was Andy makes me listen to her podcast, which is fair. And then when we rotate back, it's time to listen to my shit. And dude, yesterday there's this lecture I really wanted to listen to by this dead British philosopher. I was sitting there and this dude was talking about how capitalism and the internet has flattened culture because we can't experience linear time through culture the way that we used to. And he's mostly correct. And as he's saying all this stuff, I'm like listening to him, but he's a philosopher and an academic. So he's like, he's using words like anachronism and didactic and all this stuff. And I'm listening and I pause it to talk to Andy about something. I'm like, oh man, he's talking about like, and then she's just like looking at me like this. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry that we're not listening to History Chicks, where girls with Valley accent are talking about queens who used to murder people for sport. My bad, I didn't realize. Anyway, we're doing good. We're gonna get divorced.
Well, I'm glad you guys are having fun. Austin sounds like it's going to be something.
It'll be something. We'll see. I'm going to see Wynonna Judd, and I'm going to see McMurtry at the Continental Club, which is honestly the only reason I go to Austin. James McMurtry has a standing residency at the Continental Club where he plays solo shows on Tuesday or Wednesday nights at like 10. And, dude, every time I go, there's like 20 people there. Although his last album is probably so far his most successful release to date, so maybe it'll be packed. I should probably get tickets instead of trying to get them at the door. I'm probably not going to see James McMurtry. I've just realized I probably blew that one.
Well, at least you can go see Wynonna.
Yeah, I'll see Wynonna, and then I'm going to New Orleans.
Dude, I'd go see fucking Billy Ray Cyrus, dude. I go through some. There's a number of fucking real fucking like cheesy fucking dude. Like country acts. Well, just dude, yeah.
Yeah, cheesy, but I would say, and I don't know if you were drawing this comparison, and maybe you weren't, but I don't think Winona Judd is cheesy at all. Like when she broke off from her mama, first of all, the work her and her mama did was phenomenal, and when she broke off from her mama, she like infused this kind of soulful. I don't know. I really got a lot of respect for Winona Judd personally, and I'm genuinely excited to be at this show. Whereas Billy Ray, I'd be like, this is going to be cool, but I really hope Miley shows up and or he shows his mullet off.
All right.
All right. That don't hit for you?
Huh? You what now?
I don't hit for you? What's going on?
I don't know, man. It seemed like a long sentence.
Okay. My bad. I've always said what we need on a podcast is less long sentences and more short ones. You fucking dickhead. Someone's talking about how they saw Rat and Poison together. Lisa Maria's. Poison would absolutely rip to go see, dude.
Yeah, man. I love seeing shows, man. I would love it. Dude, yeah, man. I see all that cheesy, like fucking great hair metal fucking, oh man. Yes. But I wouldn't go see like Motley Crue. That's pretty terrible. That looked awful. Every time I saw that,
I saw Motley Crue. I saw Motley Crue. It was fine. It was fine. I had a really good time. But Alice Cooper opened, and Buddy, I mean, it was like kind of pitiful how much better he was.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah, like it was unbelievable. He put on a Broadway show. He had like a 30-foot tall puppet. Is there this long of a delay, or are you just being a dick again?
No, man. I was waiting for you to say what else it was about it. That was like, I got Broadway.
Did you forget how to talk? Did you forget how to have a conversation in Wisconsin? Or maybe you just forgot we're on a podcast, you know? Because like if you
I've been up all night. I've been up all night stabbing a goat with B12 and some other kind of injection.
You need to stab that goat with a sword. It is time to put the goat to the sword.
I know.
I know you love the goat, but it's time to. It's just if you love the goat, let the goat free, and it won't come back to you because it's dead.
But it's hard for me to say that fucking goat ain't having a great time, man. And like, dude, it's like, like fucking dude, it does, man. Whenever it's not having seizures, I always be like having a great time. Just wants to put his jacket on, like it'll curl up in my lap and like. Right around. I mean, like the goat is pretty fucking rad, dude. Having pretty awesome, and I feel like even if it was like that it needed like to be like built like a wagon or something like that for it. If it was like became special needs or somehow, if it became blind or something like that, we'd be able to like coast through that. She's only 8 months old, so it's like whatever happens, man, we're gonna be able to handle it. I think she's pretty rad.
Are you going to be giving her vitamin B12 shots in the middle of the night for the rest of her life?
No. Just like a couple more days. Just like a round of like trying to get her room and back, her like pH balance back. But it's a lot, though. Okay. Let me tell you, man. Living in the goddamn, like we videotaped it. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. Yeah. I'm gonna put it up on Patreon, kind of explain it more, and also give y'all a good rundown of why you probably or not like fucking. See, here's the problem, man. It's like you don't want to get it on the goat, and you don't want to enter intercede in fucking like a living fucking natural fucking instinctual, you know what I mean? Like that dude, that for number one, like somehow she's just a runt, you know what I'm saying? Like she's like a straight up like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like underweight. Even the doctor was like, dude, she needs to put on a few more pounds for winter. And we were like, God damn, how do you do that? Because she don't do nothing but fucking eat. She got 4 different hays and alfalfas, and like one side of the bus is all hay. It's like one side of the bus is like a complete barn, like a barn buffet. There's snacking hay, and there's fucking laying hay, and relaxing.
You got a dessert
hay. Yeah, man. There's like this fresh Viking hay that's in there that she like gets as like at the end of the night, little treat, little goat treat.
This is
Viking
adorable.
alfalfa.
You spoiled this goat. It don't got polio. It's got spoilio.
That's what I'm saying, man. She's running, and like, even if she goes blind or something like that, but you could tell that she's getting her sight back. But like for a minute there, dude, you know how creepy their eyes are. Well, her eyes weren't dilating at all, man. They were just those big ass rectangles, and she was just kind of like looking.
So she's not permanently blind.
No, she get her sight back. You can tell she's definitely get her energy back, and like the shots and like the regulating. Like as soon as she gets her rooming, like the thing about the fucking when the rooming gets to like, I swear, man, she gets into these states of where like she's just like fucking hypnotized, chewing her cud. You know what I mean? It's fucking. And I think it's because like that fermentation probably like, like alcohol, man, like kind of gets her kind of fucking, kind of get some high, and then but like if that shit gets like fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's like ODing on some bad shit. Like your shit get all toxic and shit. Hey man, we've been feeding her nothing but goddamn carbs and like sugar, fucking frosted mini wheats and goddamn potato chip. Goddamn fucking potatoes, man, dude. Goddamn.
The doctor's like, there's a real fermentation issue going on in her belly. Have she had an accidental increase in sugar? And you're like, not accidental, no.
Yeah. Partly believe she's just going into some sort of diabetic shock, man, because of just how much like fucking frosted cereal, sugar. Yeah.
Diabetes.
Fantastic time, though. Fantastic time.
The Dark Canuck says that the goat lives better than he or she does, or that.
Yeah. Yeah. That man, dude, she's absolutely burnt. She's spoiled. She's burnt, and like the more, like, dude, if y'all go on Goats of Anarchy, these are all rescue goats and goats that have I think they're in helmets. Some of them got like prosthetics and like all kind of stuff. They're rescue goats.
Do you want your goat to lose the use of its legs so you can build it a wagon? Because it's starting to feel like.
I'm not saying it. I'm just saying.
Listen.
Special needs goats need safe spaces, man.
Your goat had polio and it needed rad robot legs. You also told me that it had to get shots at night, and you told me that it went blind. But it turns out that all those things are either not true or they're not permanent, which is what I thought you were saying. Your goat, but like I think a part of you wants your goat to be fucked up.
No, it's not this.
So it can be a goat Viking.
No, I'm just saying, like, if that were to come upon us, dude, we would totally make it through it. But that's not the kind of polio that she does have. She has weird pH balance in her cud and her rumen. It's like, but it's not rumen acidophilus. It's goat polio. But I thought it was robot legs or paralysis, but she did go blind. It's crazy. Her brain swell. Yeah, because her brain swell.
Yeah, man.
Maybe, but like it had to have been right because like it had to throw it off the way her stomach makes the stuff that it makes that keeps them, because they're just one big fucking eating machine. That's it. They're just a stomach, man. They're just like the stomach. They're just like, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then, like last night, dude, for real, I thought she was fucking dying, dude. There's without a shadow of a doubt, if she hadn't had all these like shots and we hadn't like took her to the vet. So she'd have definitely, yeah, dude, for sure, she'd definitely have fucking died. But like, it's weird. It's just weird. Just like getting all you're doing is like just try to get the stomach acids to balance out so that she can fucking continue chewing that cud and keep on going on. And then her brain stops swelling. It's so wild.
This is really sad, and it's also obviously very stressful for you and Dre. But also, this is so funny. You have a fucking special needs goat living in a bus in the middle of fucking Minnesota.
Of course she's got fucking polio. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course she's gonna go blind, and I'm gonna be. Of course, that's what's gonna happen.
I think you got to put Nessie to the sword. That's my opinion. I won't say it anymore, but I just want it out there for the public record.
Dude, there was absolutely no doubt in our minds that we were not going to that we were going to be like, all right, well, if she doesn't seem like she's suffering, if it doesn't seem like she's suffering, then like we're not going to put her. I mean, as long as she seems like she's still happy and like she's still like cuddling up to us, and like, you know what I mean. So it's like,
yeah,
what do you do?
I mean, when you first were texting me, I misinterpreted.
But it ought not be though. Yeah, for sure.
I thought like you were giving her shots every 4 hours forever. I thought she was blind forever. I thought she was seizing up all the time.
No, not since we got her to the, like, Dre immediately like got her, fucking hit her with the fucking it was like fucking Pulp Fiction in there with a coat, you know, when they fucking like, because she was like, yeah, was that like that with Nancy?
Like a fucking Narcan shot.
Like Dre just looking at her fucking guy, like you fucking hits on the B12 and pow, like fucking Nessie's like, It's like, dude, we got it fucking videoed, like, you know, we've been giving her shots, man, and it's been something else, man.
Well, if you want to see fucking Cud Pulp Fiction, going over to the Patreon, there's some video of DJ and Dre taking care of this goat.
Well, it will be by Thursday.
There will be by Thursday. My bad.
Yeah, dude, I just got up here, dude. It's been a hell of a night. It's been a hell of a night and day. But it's been a hell of a time since I've got here, man. Having to fucking schedule, like, dude, like, just like, okay, holidays are cool and shit, but man, they just fuck everything up.
Yeah,
it's like, just like they just fuck up like this whole week, man. I'm like, all right, like, you can't, like, I got here Thursday, and so like Thanksgiving's on a Thursday, so it's like, you know, nobody's really interested in doing anything that Friday. Everything's booked up that next week, dude. When this vet saw Nessie, like, they took her in through like the back door, and there was like they were sedating a cat, getting the cat ready for a spay. Like, this is like some backwoods country shit, like. But she didn't have the farts this time, but dude, it was just as fucking backwoods as like the fucking Chickamauga was. You know, there was like in the back door, there was a cat being sedated. Dre was like, yeah, well, fuck yeah, well, we didn't mean to get to go, but like, check the go down. And they just gave us this fucking, they were like, just took something out of the shelves. It's like one of those places where like the nurses had like their lunches in the same place that all the medicine's in. You know what I'm saying? There's like vial of cat blood besides, there's like a vial of like cat blood and organs besides somebody's healthy choice.
Where'd my vinaigrette go? Oh shit!
Just out there, yeah. My motherfuckers don't be giving a fuck. I've seen, but it's like right there. So yeah, man, it's some country ass shit. So then you knew that they were kind of knew what they were talking about. It's a lot better than the last one, who was just like, she's got to fart. She doesn't want to live.
Yeah, you go as Gaston is very depressed. You got a fucking depressed invalid goat going blind. You got the most broken goat I've ever heard of.
Dude, man, I guarantee they're more like that, and people just don't take accountability for them, man. Like, dude, you should fucking there should be more ethical fucking goat, like how we ended up with this goat. Like it ought not be. It ought not be. But like
I
since we
think
love
I
her, we're
think
already
that they
attached.
all. I think they die. I think without y'all, Nessie would already be gone.
No
I think
doubt.
that like
No
we all
doubt.
think goats are indestructible because the way we let goats live, they all die young, and then so only like the
Yeah.
15% indestructible ones are surviving.
No, that's exactly it, man. That's exactly it, man. Like this motherfucker would absolutely, I know for a fact, would have died last night. Like she was like seized up, like fucking goddamn her eyes, like she couldn't fucking, like you could tell that she was like not responsive.
Damn. Well, so you just reminded me, Mick ain't been pooping right on this whole trip. What do I need to do with that? Just a bunch of chicken broth till he gets right, or what?
I would say just give him time, man. Like let him eat grass when he wants to eat grass, and like don't try
He's
to
not really
overkeep
eating
him.
grass.
Well, let's see. That's all I know
It's
about
like
what Sydney or Duke would do. But Sydney
he's
wouldn't poop for
constant.
like the whole.
Sydney wouldn't poop like for what, the whole trip?
For like before, like when we first got her, it took years before she would poop on going on road trips. But yours is just now happening. Like Mick is usually good at pooping on road trips.
Yeah, I feel like he's usually pretty good. I think it's that and a diet change. We ran out of food. We mistimed our food. Andy makes his food. This is, you want to talk about a spoiled fucking goat. What about a dog that gets fucking, and I don't mean like she cooks some meat. It's like fucking pasta, broccoli, turkey meat, berries of some sort, and then like 3 different types of powder. We mistimed all that. Thought we had another container, and we didn't, but we had to leave. So we just started buying food, and we usually buy him like good stuff or whatever, but we were on the road. I gave him some turkey that was like cooked, like that we had left over from fucking Thanksgiving. So it might be that, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, man, it can be all that, but I tell you what, man, you don't want to just make sure you be there with a bag and a full heart. And also, is he like not throwing up?
He's not throwing up or anything. He seems fine, and he's not pooping. It's just like weird, and it seems like it's not enough. But you're right. Empty bag, full heart, clear eyes.
Yeah, man. Going forward into the world with a heart that's open to any possibility, including.
Well, I don't think I'm capable
Buffalo
of that.
Wild Wings.
I don't think I can make my heart be open to any possibility. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta close my heart off to some possibilities.
Yeah. Well, each person is themselves. You gotta make their own opinion. Just go forward with whatever they believe in. As far as I'm concerned, I'm so tired.
Well, let's let it go, dude. We're almost to 45. Let's take it to 45, and then that'll be plenty. I want to bring up something. It might be a little difficult, but a lot of people are talking about euthanizing their animals in the comments and losing animals and stuff. And we do have an episode where we get into that. You can find it. I don't remember the title, but it kind of references Duke, DJ's good best buddy. And yeah, like I don't want to. We've been making jokes, but like losing a pet is man, it's really, really, really traumatic for people. So anyway, everybody writing stuff, we appreciate it. We appreciate y'all sharing with us.
Yeah, and know this, like I have learned through many animals like that. I am not like if I at any point thought that like Nessie was gonna suffer, or like Sid, like she's not gonna suffer, like we're not gonna, it was like that way with Peepaw. Like, man, it was kind of cool when we had Peepaw because like we felt like, man, like a little bit of like when Duke went, like, he went so early, we didn't get to really experience his like cool senior years and senior dogs. Man, there ain't nothing like a senior dog. And it was like, it was so fortuitous that we found Peepaw right after that, and like I don't think that like you're never gonna feel that whole like there's no like it's so weird to me when people get the same dog, the same kind of dog, and name them the same name. Like my grandmother, she always had poodles, and they were always named Sugar and Booger, and there'd be a boy and a girl, and they were always Sugar. But it was always the same dog with the same name.
Oh, that hits for me. That fucking rules. Fuck you. You remember all the rules, dude. Sugar Booger, get over
I'm not
here.
saying she don't rule. I'm not saying she don't rule. She don't rule. I'm just saying like it's weird to me. Like I don't want to just have the same like. I mean, it's almost like being brand loyal. Although I will say like a pit bull boxer mix is hard to beat in my. But and then that's and then like fucking Peepaw was a bulldog, was like a little bulldog, so it was kind of like filling that hole and being able to experience that. And I guess I am kind of.
I know what you mean, man, because the first dog I had that died, that broke my heart. I was 8 when she died. I got the dog when I was 4. She would like crawl under my arm when I would sit down. I'd sit on the porch. She would force her head. I mean, I love that dog. Her name was Feisty, and she was a mountain cur. My parents started getting mountain curs again when I was in college, and they named them all Feisty. And I'm sorry, Mountain Feist. That's why they named him Feisty. A Mountain Feist. That's the type of that's the breed. And dude, the first time I heard that, I felt betrayed and furious.
Yeah.
And then also like incapable of talking to them about it. It was like, I'm gonna sound crazy if I say this to you, but I want to fucking punch you in your face. You named this is not Feisty. This is a different fucking dog. You broke my heart when you wouldn't buy Feisty the medicine the vet needed because you said we were too fucking poor to save the dog's life, and now you just get another one, you fucking bitch. Sorry. Also, let me say to the people commenting real quick. I think y'all's comments, based upon what y'all are saying, we're getting them a little late. Maybe there's a lag, so please don't think we're being flip about what y'all say. I think I'm seeing it a few minutes after you say it. But anyway, go ahead, DJ.
I don't know, man. I just feel like it was really rad that I had that experience and that. But yeah.
Fuck. What you guys did with Peepaw, I think, was so beautiful and healing for y'all, and obviously it helped Peepaw. And the episode about Duke, and to a certain extent, the episode about Papaw and talking about Peepaw going, it's my favorite episode we've done because I don't know, it was so very us, but it was so like honest, and I don't know what all I'm trying to say, but there's a kind of cynical side to talking about pets where people, and I get it, where they're like, people spend hundreds of dollars on their dogs and people freak out about dogs dying and we got homeless people in the street. And it's like, I do get that, but man, I don't know. There's something special about them, and it's hard. It's really fucking hard.
Man, once you build a bond, man, like that with any type of living creature, like especially.
Whoa. You sound like, whoa, you got like robot voice bad. Okay, I don't know what happened. Maybe did you pull a string out a little bit or something? Maybe unplug that mic, plug it back in.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, now it's better that you plug back in.
I don't think so.
No, it's bad. It's bad. We said we were going to go to 45. We made it to 44. I think that God is telling us that we've done all we can do here.
God is not real.
Dude, I wish I could express to you. I can't make you hear what you sound like because my voice won't do it. It's like, it's like somebody ran through a distortion pedal and the horn at the same time. All right, buddy. I love you. We love everybody, and we'll see you out there one way or the other.